Hey guys, welcome to the floor in my office. Well, at least for now. We're going to go ahead and put some plants up in this 40-gallon here. If you saw the last video on the channel, you saw I just built this stand. Now I'm recording all this the same day, but wanted to split it into two videos so you guys don't get bored. So let's go ahead and make this 40-gallon my new plant grow out tank for all the plants that I'm going to be selling. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is black out the background on this tank. I've got some Plasti Dip here. I used to do the black film, but I tried this once and I like Plasti Dip much better. And you know, it just works better, it's smoother, and it doesn't rub off once it's dry. I just kept, every time I would kind of put my hands behind the tank at some point, I'd catch that film and then I'd get like a bubble back here. And now why am I blacking this out? Well, you see I got a window here. My initial thinking is if I can block the sunlight from the window with some blackout, that might help. I may have to get curtains, I'm not sure. But the other reason I'm blacking it out is because it just dang looks good, man. That's why I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take this outside, Plasti Dip it. I'm going to tape off the tank here and then spray with the Plasti Dip. You don't need to see that. We'll be back when it's black. Alright guys, while I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and sift my dirt, rinse my gravel, and my sand. All three things are going in this tank for a nice deep planting substrate. That's boring stuff, so I'm going to do all of that, and we'll be back with the tank here and some washed material. Our tank is back on the stand here, and we've got some dirt. So we're going to do a dirt base here just for some nutrients. The reason that I'm doing dirt is I don't want to be adding root tabs all the time to this tank. I don't want to have to worry about doing water fertilization and stuff like that. I just want to be able to take plants in and out of this tank as I rotate them and sell them. So I've got about 1/3 of a bucket of sifted topsoil. I use Scott's brand if you're able to find it. Now I don't know if I have enough, but let's see. Actually, I think I do have enough. That's gonna be just fine. More than enough. There we go. Dirt is in. Next step is I'm gonna put some gravel down to kind of hold it, and then I'm gonna put sand over the gravel to filter into all the little spots, and then cap it with more stuff. All right, some gravel in here. Alright, gravel base down. Now I'm going to put a big sand cap on top of it, and I think that should be good. The sand should filter down in between these pebbles here and kind of lock it in, lock the nutrients down anyway is what I mean. Alright, I normally get pool filter sand, and this time I got general purpose sand from Quikrete, and it is very, very fine. So I'm not sure how well this is going to work, but we're going to give it a go. Mainly because I don't feel like going back to the hardware store and getting a different sand. It's essentially like a giant Walstad tank, I guess, with gravel. But I know it grows plants, and I want to be able to provide my customers with the best nutrient-rich, healthy plants that you can get. So we'll see if this works out. And if it works out, you guys can get some plants from me, if you want. Okay, we got our hose run through the window here. Going to trickle this in here, start filling this guy up. So you can see the sand just sitting right on top of the gravel. We're gonna see what it looks like once we get some water in there. Obviously, it's going to settle down, but let's see how much and see if I need to get more sand or wash more sand. All right, I'm gonna go outside, turn the hose on, and we'll fill this guy up. All right, guys, so far so good. No leaks. It hasn't exploded all over the floor and flooded my house. It is leaning though. So either my floor is not level, my house isn't level, or the stand's not level. Not sure, but water is much higher over here. I don't know about, well, I guess it's not too bad, but maybe 1/3 of an inch, something like that. Anyway, on to filtration. We got to filter the tank, right? Well, you know, we got to go with a good old Free-C here. These poor filters, I put them to bed in one of the earlier videos. We're gonna break one out here. I am not doing like filter floss and all kind of crazy stuff, mainly biological filtration. So some mechanical. I've got sponges on the intake side here and just all biomedia on the outflow side. So we're gonna hang this guy just real simple on the edge of the tank. All right, filter seems to be running okay. If I need more filtration or more flow or something like that, I have more Free-C filters. I can always put one on the other side and have them shooting back and forth at each other like a game of tanks. but it does seem to be circulating the water. So we'll let it ride for now and see how it goes. Alright, our filter's been going for a while. I've got the pH where I want it. Now, reminder again, the reason we're doing all this is because while this 10-gallon is fantastic, and I mean, look at it, it's crystal clear, I am going to quickly, as you see, run out of room as these plants fill in, grow, I do more trimming, stuff like that. So this is great, but we're going to reclaim this tank and do a nice aquascape in it, and we're going to move all of this into this behemoth over here, which should give us plenty of room in here to do what we need to do for plant propagation and give us enough room for our pogo stem and stellatus octopus, because this stuff grows like crazy. And I quickly ran out of room. The pogo stem and stellatus just wrapped all up on top of the tank like this, and it was literally choking out the other plants. You can see some brown leaves that I've got recovering down here. It was killing the other plants because the pogo stem was just covering the top of the tank. Alright, I'm going to get the plants in here. Not even going to time lapse it for you guys. We're not doing an aquascape or planting. We're just dropping plants into the tank. So I'm going to get them in and we'll close this video out. Alright guys, just threw the plants in there. I've still got some work to do. Some of this stuff's coming out of other tanks, like this golden here is coming from Billy's bass tank, and you know, just making moss rocks and things like that. My light has not come in yet, so I don't have my my fancy overhead light. That's coming in on Thursday. So we've got things just planted around here a little bit. I'll organize it better later. I just wanted to get it in here. Alright guys, our light has showed up in the mail. Let me rotate the camera around, give you a better view to read. There's the model number. It's by A Best Fish. Now if that looks familiar, that's because I stole this idea from Ben Ochart's channel. He did a review on this light, and I thought it was pretty cool. I've never had a light that used the phone app as the controller. This just has an on-off switch. Everything's done by the phone. So I want to test that out, see how reliable these apps are. I'm more used to the Hygger lights, like these here that have full controllers on them, or like these here that have little push button controllers. So this is going to be a new experience for me. I'm going to go ahead and get it out of the box and get it on the tank. Now I will warn you, the light is longer than my tank, but that's because the appropriate size light was out of stock. I could either go too small or too big, and when in doubt, go big. Alright, it is precariously balanced up on the stands here, but it's working. So you can see I plugged it in and the light just turned on. Not too bad as far as lighting goes. I'm going to go ahead and download the app here. I would imagine it's somewhere in the instructions. Where's the instructions? Right there. Step 1, install the Tuya app. I was going to do like a screen record or something like that, and then I realized, you know what, if you want to know everything about this light and the different settings and sunrise, sunset mode and all that, just go watch Ben Ochart's video. You should be able to search A Best Fish on his channel and you'll be able to find the light. At any rate, let me get the camera set properly on the lighting here. I have the aquarium light set at 6500 Kelvin, and it is a 3500 lumen light. It's the largest that A Best Fish makes, and I have the intensity at 100%. So I'm happy with the light, the intensity, and the color, which you can adjust what temperature you want. That's pretty cool. And here's one final shot of that grow tank. So nothing really much to look at. You probably won't see this tank much on the channel because it's just going to be a grow out tank for the plants that I'm, propagating. So if you do get plants from me, they're going to come out of this tank most likely. We're going to be selling completely submerged plants, so you can just drop them right in your tank and you shouldn't have any melt back. I don't have too many listed for sale right now, but if you do want to order what I have, you can find me currently on eBay. Username is SS Aquascapes. The website I'm building still. It's going to take a little bit of time, but if you want to see what I have available for shrimp and plants, you can just jump on eBay. Shameless plug. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope it was mildly entertaining for you. We got some good content coming up, including 2 new aquascapes. One tank we got to tear down, one we're going to rebuild, which was the 10-gallon that these plants came out of. So if you have an idea for an aquascape or something you want to see, drop it down in the comments for me. Always looking for ideas. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the next video.